This is episode number 63 of the Posters in Every Direction podcast, entitled Twas the Night
Before
Goosemas. Twas the Night Before Goosemas. So here we are. We're actually a couple nights before Goosemas.
Just a few, but we got to travel.
But it felt poetic. It felt like the moment to say, hey guys, Goosemas is near.
It's my favorite time of the year.
You know what? It's become my favorite time of the year. It's crazy that this is going to be Erica and my third Goosemas. We were at Goosemas 2 years ago in 2023, Hampton, Virginia. That was Goosemas X, or Goosemas Roman numeral 10. And that was Goose in Space.
And that was our first Goosemas and our first Goose shows.
That's right. Which was, thinking back to that, what a crazy introduction to live Goose shows.
Right.
Just jump right in with both feet. And Goosemas is the marquee event for Goose every year. I think it's safe to say. I mean, they have a few different, they have a Mexico event now, Viva El Gonzo, more on that as we go.
They've done posters. Halloween in the past.
They have. Any multi-night run, I really feel like is sort of they put a stamp on it for the crowd.
Yeah.
But Goosemas is theirs. They created it originally. I think we've talked about it in prior episodes of Posters in Every Direction, as sort of a holiday party for the Goose crew, the friends, the family, the fans. And it's grown. The first year, I think we have, go back and listen to prior episodes of the podcast, and we'll go through, some of the detail of the history. But just to recap, it started as sort of like kegs and pizza for their family and crew and fans and friends. And now it's grown into like selling out hockey arenas for a 2-night concert.
Yeah.
And it's so much more than that because of the fan base that really shows up, the creatives, the merch teams, both official merch and fan created or collabed merch. And it's just the most wonderful time of the year.
It's taken on a life of its own. And if you guys have been with us from the beginning listening, we started off as a primarily focused upon Dave Matthews Band poster podcast.
Still love DMB.
But we have discovered a love for the band Goose and the incredible posters and artisans that they have also brought into the fold and given us awareness to.
Yeah, I think there's a really good mix with Goose of some of those heavy hitters that we know and love from the Dave Matthews Band, like your
Todd Slaters of the world,
Dave Clock, Jim Mazza,
Luke
Martin. You can go on and on. James Flames. These are folks that are always sought after if they do a poster for Dave. Likewise, they've done some just absolute bangers. Helen Kennedy, Zazcorp, shout out there. They've done some absolute bangers for Goose as well. Even our buddy Miles Sang, who we love as we sit here in the room of Sang, and he's done 11 or so posters for Dave. He's done a couple for Goose as well. Daniel Danger's done a couple for Goose. So you have those heavy hitters, but then I think Goose really introduces some new blood into the poster game.
Oh yeah. I mean, Andrew Sachs is one of our new favorite artists that we've discovered through collecting through Goose.
The Planted Pen.
I mean, it's really amazing. What a broadening. Is that even a word? A broadening of our collection.
Yes.
That collecting Goose posters has brought to our walls. And that's really exciting. But Goosemas is always just extra.
Yeah, I've seen
just the best kind of extra.
I've seen people anticipating levels of extra this year, like
it
trapeze
it's
artists,
never been seen.
like Cirque du Soleil kind of thing.
Okay.
So we can delve into sort of the themes of Goosemas. And I haven't gone that far back, but I thought back at least as far as
for the ones that we've attended.
The ones that we've attended, right? So 2023 was Hampton, Virginia. If you're familiar with the venue, there's actually a live tracks. I think it might be live tracks 4 from the Dave Matthews Band. It's an early on live from Hampton Coliseum. And Hampton Coliseum is this incredible venue. Again, I'm probably repeating myself from a prior episode, but just to recap, legends have been through that building. Everybody from Michael Jackson to Elvis Presley,
Grateful Dead,
Fish, Dave Matthews Band, goes on. And Goose shows up in 23. absolutely kills it. They do 2 nights. It's, again, the Coliseum is shaped in sort of the round. It's a cylinder, if you will, and it's got these cool designs, makes it look like a spaceship.
Right, but the nickname of Hampton Coliseum is the Mothership.
Right, the Mothership. Yeah. And so I think Goose took that and said, we love space, we love Star Trek, we're fanboys, and they ran with it. They created this incredible intro video of this concept that they are in space. Yes. And I want to be clear here, it's not Goose the Band in space. They assume these characters of a space crew on a spaceship Odyssey going planet to planet looking for Blas rods.
Whatever those are.
The fuel for their ship, I think is what it was. And they each assumed like an identity. So Rick was Snakes, and Peter was Handini, and Trevor, I think, was Tweaks. And the drummer at the time, Ben, who's left since, but he was called Spuds.
Yeah.
And Jeff, I can't remember what his was. Was it
El Jefe?
El Jefe, maybe? So they each had, like, you know, their call signs on there in this little promo video they did on these jumpsuit jackets. And then we get there, and Goosemas is 2 nights. It's 4 sets, right? So 2 sets a night. And each set in 2023, they went to a different planet. These planets they created. There was, to start off, it was a planet of mirrors. And they covered Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. They covered Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. They go in set 2, I believe it was Fire. Night 1 was Fire. They covered like Jimi Hendrix.
Yes.
Sex
on Fire. It was insane. Like insane. Yeah. And that was the first night.
That was first night. And as they're doing this and they're going to these different planets, these guys are wearing their full space jumpsuits with their call signs on it. So Rick is up there as Snakes, you know, Peter's up there as Handini. And so my point is, it's this immersive experience. They really take the ball and run with it. They take this concept of a theme. Like, think about your favorite birthday party you've been to, or you've had somebody that had a big event, or a theme party, a wedding, or some type of theme party, or hey, you're going to go to a Kentucky Derby party, right? Or something like that.
Dress up.
These guys take Goosemas to that next level with the theme. And so it was at the Coliseum, at the Mothership, space. They go planet to planet. They're in jumpsuits, and they're tying songs in with the themes of the planet.
So much fun.
Right? So night 2, we get to, it was a bubble planet. It was like circles or something. And they had 99 red balloons.
Circles by Post Malone.
Post Malone. And I mean, they're mixing in their own originals too.
Yes.
But just to show you some flavor that they correlate these covers back then to the theme. Right. Because I want to get to that with this year's theme.
Okay. And then the last planet was Jungle. They did like Jungle Boogie and
and then the AI, the space computer comes over the intercom. They're like, we've detected a different life form, and then they bring in Bruce Hornsby and they cover the way it is.
Yeah, if you want to dive into that actual event, or if you were there, or if you want just more information, go back to episode number 28.
Wow, that was so long ago.
We were totally different people back then. Episode 28, Goosemas X, and you can get a whole breakdown of our experience.
It would be really interesting for us to listen to that now, because I can't remember what state of mind we were in. We were so blown away, but it was still kind of foreign. Now it's like we're in the soup.
We are. And we at that moment, I think, was the moment I looked at Mike and I was like, we're never going to miss Goosemas. Like, this is going to be an event that I don't know, whatever we have to do to make it work, we need to attend these going forward, because it's just going to see your favorite band is fun, right? Going to see your favorite band.
Any live music. If you like live music, pretty much you can have fun almost at any concert.
Correct.
Going to see one of your favorite bands, it's that next level.
It is.
Right? But sometimes there's your favorite band at a special venue, like Madison Square Garden, which just blows your mind. It brings another level of energy. Or Dave Matthews Band at the Gorge. These things step up the bar for energy.
They do.
I would take all of those and put Goosemas above it.
I agree.
Because it's not just about the venue. It's not just about, hey, we gather here this time of year. It's the fan base, the holiday season. Goosemas is something different than Christmas. It's different than Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. Goosemas is its own thing, y'all.
Own thing.
And the band and the crew worked so hard to deliver a next level performance, a next level immersive experience that is just, it's not just a concert in a new venue. It's an entire artistic expression done in this to the nines. That's all I can say. If y'all know what the kids say, they did it to the nines. And I want to get into last year's real quick of Goosemas 11 or XI, which was entitled
Bingo. And if you want to listen to our episode as well on that one, episode 54. So we jumped in a year. We did a lot of episodes progressively.
This year was a little slower. Life has been lifing.
Yeah, it's all good.
But yeah, Bingo, Goosemas 11, they listen to the episode and you'll see all the detail, but they pulled bingo balls to tell them which song they were going to play.
Live pulling of songs. The set list was created as the balls were rolling, and as the Lucky Lou, the I guess the host of the evening, was pulling the balls, and it was an experience like no other.
They designed the whole stage like kind of a 60s, 70s game show.
Did you just say 67?
6-7? Is that a thing? I don't know. I'm sorry, everybody.
Shh, don't tell the kids.
But just a game show set for bingo.
Yeah.
And, they could have totally phoned it in. They could have done a digital bingo wheel and had it, screen projection and all this. No, these guys had built, custom made a 30-foot tall bingo wheel.
It's incredible.
I probably talk about this in episode 54.
Yes.
So listen to it in detail. But again, our fans are given this immersive experience by the band. The band took on a life other than themselves.
More persona.
They're in full costume, playing characters. Lucky Lou is the host. They bring in Naveed, who's the king. They had a dunk booth. Just carnival, right?
Next
like
level.
Game show. They surf the crowd with inflatable flamingos.
Favorite moment.
You guys can watch it on YouTube or Nugs, and I highly encourage you to. Goosemas from 2024 was one for the record books.
Absolutely. And I think when you have that peak level of creativity, of excitement, of like next level, I'm talking next level merch, the posters were postering, the t-shirts were t-shirting. I mean, it was Merchapalooza.
Yeah, our poster artist last year was a collab between Dave Clock and Jim Mazza for Conscious Alliance.
That was a Conscious Alliance
poster. 2 heavy hitters.
Insane.
And we have one now.
I know. I'm so excited.
It's a cool cat poster, actually. As far as cat posters go, I really like that one. And then the 2 official Goosemas posters were by Luke Martin, which was an incredible lighthouse from Charleston, South Carolina.
Yep.
And then the one and only Todd Slater, which is sitting right back here behind us. If you can see, if you're watching us from YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe and all those things. And share on socials and like and subscribe to the podcast. Sorry, I should have jumped into housekeeping we're so excited about Goosemas that we started talking.
So what I was going with, I was headed before tangent number 1, was the fact that how do you top bingo? That's our biggest thing. Is like, how do you top something that has probably hit the proverbial ceiling?
I think I've been thinking about this, and I think the answer for me is you don't. They're not trying to beat it. They're not trying to top it. They're just trying to do something different.
Okay.
That's how I look at it, because openly, I don't know how you top bingo. I think it was not only were they the best Goosemases, they were the 2 single most, I think, definitively best concerts I've ever been to, period.
I know, it's a big bold statement.
Soulshine was incredible. It's a fundraiser. There's all these huge names. I get it. Madison Square Garden, I know. I was there. I was also at Goosemas 2024. Best concerts I've ever been to, hands down. Okay. Moving on. I don't know that you can top it, right? I don't know that you can beat it. And I'm not sure that what Goose is about is trying to one up or be better. I think what they're about, quite simply, is artistic expression and having fun. I think they like to mix media, right? Music and their own songs and covers and cinema and apparently old Englishy, old-timey words from the 1700s and things, bingo sets from game show sets like bingo and nightclubs, with shenanigans in
and
them,
that's
and
kind of actually
short films, and
right.
They blend media in a way that I'm not sure that I can say that I've seen before. I mean, I think about Dave Matthews, right? I think about DMB, who again, obviously we love, right? Dave kind of comes from a little bit of a thespian background, a little bit of an actor before he was a musician.
Mm-hmm.
And I think certainly Rick, but you can see it in Peter.
Yeah.
I think Trev too from the early days. And man, has Cotter, the drummer, just jumped in and like he's a personality who wants to act. These guys, they ham it up. Yeah. When they introduced Cotter into the band, do you remember they did the whole Rocky montage training video?
Yes.
That was like a movie.
Yes.
Hilarious, right?
Yes.
And this goes on and on. I love the ad for El Gonzo from last year where Rick plays Rocco Primavera, the travel agent.
Which I did not know was a spoof off of a Saturday Night Live sketch with Adam Sandler.
Right.
Anyways, but you're right, because now that I'm literally sitting here across the room and I'm staring at our James Flames Shenanigans Nightclub poster, which I can't believe I found it. I got it for like a steal on the Facebook. But it is one of our prized possessions. And I had gotten to reach out to James Flames and kind of get a little like, hey, could you give me a little background about this? And he was so kind to share us a little background. But yes, they did an entire, you can find it on YouTube. It's from 2021 of the Shenanigans Nightclub, the movie, with the tagline, "An echo from a sound never made." It's phenomenal. Like, it's so tongue-in-cheek. It's cheeky and just kitschy, but it's just fun.
If you're having a relaxing evening in on the couch, just kind of chilling with the beverage of your choice or whatnot, and you just want to hang out and see,
it's great. You should
something
watch
to have
it.
some laughs and something that's a little off the beaten path. Yeah, you should check out Shenanigans.
But that does make sense, if this is like they have this flair for fun,
yes,
and this flair for doing things that are
theatrical.
Yes, yeah. Theatrical. So I think for us as fans,
yeah,
not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing like what is to come, they give you little teasers here and there. We got the biggest finally like release of a teaser on just the other day.
It was like Saturday.
On YouTube. And you can go check that out on the Goose the Band, their YouTube channel.
Yep.
But they did a little promo video. It was about 10 minutes long.
That's right.
Essentially to launch the theme.
Yeah,
it was still unclear towards the end, but to give you like a very large clue.
Yeah, sort of the prologue. A prologue or promo of the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Of, hey, you're about to come into Goosemas, which this year happens to be in Providence, Rhode Island, which is not as temperate this time of year as Charleston, South Carolina was.
It's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold. I've seen it in the teens.
It's going to be cold.
I bought some new boots to wear because I needed something with thinsulate in it. But in that sort of Christmas time in New England, when I say those words, I start to think of things like Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol and sort of that time period. It's a Wonderful
Life.
It's a Wonderful Life a little later, right?
Yeah.
But the stuff that goes way back is what I think of, like the
Christmas Carol.
Yeah, Christmas Carol, and like
the Nutcracker
sort of
and
Old English that's been brought over, and sort of the theatrical way of Shakespearean. I think what our daughter came down, we're watching it, and she's like, "Is this Shakespeare?" And we're like, "No, not quite Shakespeare, but hey, kudos to Goose for
Goose-spear."
Yeah, Goose-spear. But they're talking in old, sort of colonial American tongue, right, and speak, and they're dressed in the period wardrobe, and the prequel or promo or prologue video seem to indicate that Barnum, right, is
Barnaby,
or Barnaby is
P.T. Barnum.
Yeah, P.T. Barnum is a central character or part of this mix somehow, and
if you're not familiar with P.T. Barnum, think Barnum and Bailey's Circus.
Correct, and I think he's sort of the centerpiece of that musical, the movie, The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman, that got a lot of critical acclaim, and it was very good.
Yeah.
But I think that's a very kind of bright and shiny version of Barnum, right? I mean, there's some mix in there of the freak show that was his original circus, but I think it's a happier, shiny. It's a musical, and
it is, but it also, I think, shows and showcases sort of the downside of extreme passion too,
right.
And sort of the downfall of putting everything before, but putting your success before everything else in life. And that's your number one goal. But
life lessons, absolutely.
Life lessons.
Right. And sort of the arc of a story, right. Which is sort of
the rise of the hero.
Rise of the hero and some challenges and things like that. But still that sort of Hollywoodish polish on it. Right. And the promo video that we saw from Goose seems bleaker, a little darker, a little more science fiction-y, a little Stranger Things-y.
I think, and I think it ties really well into the world and the universe of the music that they create and write.
Correct.
And so I think it's going to be Mike and I have ad nauseum talked about what we think the theme is going to be. We have friends who have gone down the rabbit hole with us. Thank the Lord, because we don't want our friends to be like, well, you guys are crazy. Right. But it's been really fun to sort of play this kind of game of what do you think it is? And what do you think that means? And the first thing that we ever saw was an image when they put it out saying Goosemas will be December 12th and December 13th, yep. Providence, Rhode Island, the Amica Pavilion, which if you're from Providence, everyone calls it the Dunk. It's the old former Dunkin' Donut Center.
Yep.
And there was a beautiful, and I have to apologize, I don't know the artist who created the promo imagery, but it is if I had to put my finger on it, it feels very Daniel Dangery. It had this sort of more Back to the Future-y vibe to it. It was this kind of Stranger Thingsy universe. It looked like almost a clock tower, and it was a kind of a dilapidated building.
Yep.
And
that's sort of the danger element.
Right? But it had these vines in it, and the way that the line work was kind of created. And we'll pop that up on the socials if you want to take a look at it.
Yeah.
But that was the first piece that we got. And there's tiny little Easter eggs. Mike and I talk about Easter eggs and posters all the time. And so this little promo image on the internet had a few little Easter eggs in it that people started trying to pick apart.
Yeah, and I think there started to come out of it a lot of suggestion or theme towards carnival or boardwalk or circus. And some of that led fan speculation, including myself, into a movie from the 80s called The Lost Boys.
Yep.
And that sounded pretty awesome, but it also seemed a little bit too on the nose for what Goose does with these immersive experience, because it would be hard to make it fully their own, if it was just a replication of the Lost Boys. But to take a time period that aligns with the area where the concert is being held in sort of the Providence area. Barnum, I believe, was from Providence, right? Originally, and started this circus in the late 1700s, early 1800s. And at that time, it wasn't really the circus that we've come to know and be familiar with today, where it's sort of, elephants and trapeze artists. I mean, there's a little bit more modern flair to some of these things. Back then, there was sort of, I think, a traveling
menagerie of
human
wonders.
Spectacle, right? Or wonders.
Yeah.
And, four-legged woman and the
bearded woman and the guy who can flip his body around, very contortionist.
Right.
And I mean, these are things that are abnormal wonders to the human condition.
That's right. And there's this tagline with the promo that they did that says "Show upon time," and we don't know if this is a play on words. Is this that the show is going to have something to do with time and time travel? There's some time travel from Shenanigans Nightclub. There's
time travel in the promo too.
There is, and then there is this sort of 7:15 on the date, or 7:46 in the evening. And so I think it could be make sure you show up on time.
I know you blew my mind when you said that to me the other day
for the show, because take your seats, ladies and gentlemen, the circus is about to begin.
Yeah.
And I think there is going to be this sort of kind of carnival circus atmosphere. What will it feel like though? What will it look like? Will it tie into some of the lore of the music that we love, like Turbulence in the Night Rays, which is a song, but it is this song that's a larger part of a story from their recent album called Chain Your Dragon, available where music is sold and played. If you guys haven't listened to Chain Your Dragon, check it out now. It's on Spotify. You can spin it on vinyl. This is what the cover looks like. This was the Spotify fan selected edition that we picked up. Cool. It's a phenomenal album, and I believe, in my opinion, top to bottom, Chain Your Dragon is really kind of a rock opera at its core. It reminds me of The Who's Tommy.
It does,
right?
Yeah.
It's this immersive story experience where these characters sort of intertwine throughout the songs, and I think some of those characters could possibly be brought to life. Or it's possible that what I think you've said this has been that will their personas this year.
Yeah.
Like last year they were bingo contestants or game show people. They were the Funky Few.
They were the band that was playing at the game show.
That's right. The year before they were the astronauts in the mothership.
Yeah.
And this year could they be the band
The Night Rays?
The Night Rays.
I think there's
for maybe the circus or something like that.
I think there's a good possibility of it. For those of you out there who have seen the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I think of Dracula musical with puppets. I mean, look,
Dracula musical.
But I mean, there is a lot of werewolf lore, so maybe it is werewolf musical.
Right.
So I am up for whatever. Like Goose at this point for me could literally scribble on a piece of paper for their posters. I'd be like, this is brilliant. This is avant-garde work. This is Bauhaus level.
I mean, in all fairness, we don't.
No.
We
I mean, I don't want
every...
scribbles, but what I'm saying is there's like they can't do no wrong at this point. It is so much fun. It takes you out of the day-to-day like life, and it immerses you in a way that. Do you remember when Disney did that whole immersive Star Wars thing where you lived on a ship for a day or whatever, and you were captive and you couldn't leave? Goosemas is, I mean,
that didn't work out.
No, I know.
That was not as successful as Goosemas.
No, what I'm saying is I would live in the world that Goose created.
Well, I mean, maybe. We'll see. We still have to see. There's this purple goo that comes out of a willow tree in this promo.
I have a theory about the goo.
I'm not sure about the goo. What's your theory about the goo?
My theory about the goo is a play. It's a play on words for Turbulence in the Night Rays song of the magical stew.
The stew.
The stew is the goo.
I mean, I'm with that.
I think the stew is the goo, and you want to take a taste.
Yep.
But don't sell your soul for rock and roll and a picture on the page. But if you treat us right, we'll never go home again.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a play on words. I think that there is a nod to the universe that is created. I think it might be a little bit of a clue to the theme or to the characters that we might see.
I agree.
I am hoping, because gosh, it would be so cool to have a poster of Turbulence in the Night Rays, of the characters. Because some of my favorite posters are when the band is incorporated into it. Yeah. I think of the James Flames set that he did, one SPAC, and I think the other one was Milwaukee. And I just think that it's so fun to have these sort of exaggerated characters. Same thing. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the other one that I love is another James Flames of the Shenanigans Nightclub. Yeah. And I'm thinking of like, what are the other ones? There's the Muppet one that I can't remember who the artist was who did the one from the Muppets. There's also the one where they're like the college from Animal House. Yep. So I love when the band is brought in, but I can just like, my brain is like, gosh, it would be really cool.
A t-shirt, maybe.
A t-shirt, perhaps, perchance.
T-shirt of the Night Rays.
A t-shirt
there
of
was,
the night.
and I actually have it from
one of your favorite ones
from the fall tour this year.
Yeah,
right. I picked it up in Chicago, I think. Which, by the way, that was a little artist for the poster named Mark Spusta. Just Spusta dropping in and doing a poster for Goose. Yeah, it was like third or fourth poster for them. So again, back to the heavy hitters of posters that these guys draw. But I mean, there is a tour shirt from the fall 25 tour. I did pick it up. It's Turbulence in the Night Rays themed. So it's a Turbulence in the Night Rays t-shirt. Correct. I don't even know if it says Goose the Band on it or not. And I think that t-shirt the colorways are purples, and I think that almost ties into this goo and what we might see for Goosemas. I don't know if it's that far thought out and that expanded, but I wouldn't put it past them if they did that. If that was like a little teaser that maybe not everybody caught.
You didn't even realize that you were being clued into it, and now we're here.
I might be wearing it under my, I'll just say my outfit. I'm not going to spoil what I'm wearing for night 2, but it might be my undershirt for my night 2 outfit. So that's another thing about Goosemas for all our listeners, and sorry for the tangents, but it is a time where everybody, or not everybody, but a lot of people really dress up and they go big.
Yes.
The first year we were there, again, it was our first concerts. I was kind of like coming in from being, Dave Matthews fan for 30 years and going to shows over, however many tours. I was a little kind of like, whoa, what's this about? When I saw like a guy who's like 6 feet something dressed in a full on Yeti costume.
That was amazing.
I mean, mask and all, super sweaty Yeti.
It was incredible.
And then last year, we saw people dressed like the Grinch. Yeah. We saw people dressed like Where's Waldo? That was my favorite joke. I kept saying like, hey, I found him again, But people really put a lot of thought and effort. I know you've put some thought and effort into with some friends.
In the past,
at least one this year, and in the past you did a bumblebee.
We did a bumblebee, honeybee. Yep. And so
I haven't really dressed up before. I've put on a Santa hat, but this year I have some garb.
Yeah, if you are attending Goosemas this year, side promo. There is an event called the Flowdown. Y'all have heard us talk about the Flowdown. We've actually done episodes about the Flowdown before over here on Posters in Every Direction. So I love, Mike and I, we love a Flowdown. Well, this is the first year. This is fan-made merch. This is unique artisans and just incredible other podcasts are going to be there. 2 of our favorite artists have put this on. So Caroline Erbster from Rising Tide Studio, and then Margot Harmon from The Fox and the Cobra. Yep. And so they have facilitated the official Goosemas Flowdown at Fete Music Hall. It is going to be on Saturday. So that is December 13th from 1 to 5 p.m. Mike and I will have a table there. We're really excited. We're going to be linked up arm in arm with our other friends over at the other podcast that we have become friendly with, the Slow Ready podcast, the Femme Flock podcast, the Almost Always There podcast. It's going to be an incredible, fun event for you to stop by. So I would love to have you guys come. If you're going to be at Goosemas, come see us. We're going to have some swag. We're going to have a giveaway. We're going to give away a poster.
Giving away a poster.
So,
we've got a tablecloth for the table.
Of a tablecloth.
Official logo by Chris Adams. Shout out to Chris.
That's right. And we're going to be promoting something very exciting and special that will be coming very soon. If you've been a fan of the podcast, you know how much we love merch, and we have been incredibly thoughtful in coming up with our first merch.
Our first merch item for Posters in Every Direction.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a long time in the making, but it's the exact time and the exact thing that we wanted. And we're really excited to reveal that to y'all at the Flowdown. So,
and then we'll do pictures on socials afterwards for those who can't make it.
If you can't make it, we're going to be, probably
But if you want to be there for the live reveal of the merch item.
And we'd love to meet you. If you're a fan of the podcast, if you've been listening to us, if you love merch, you want to, come say hi.
That's right.
We'd love to shake your hand, give you hugs, and hear about night 1 of Goosemas that we have all experienced at that point in time. So promo sidebar over.
Yep. So that's an important one. And I think aside from the plug of like, hey, come see us at the table, I think it's just a further kind of detail of this is how immersive this weekend is for the fans, the community, the culture around Goose. Is that you show up, whenever you get there. But we're going to get in on Thursday, which is night 0. There are some events. I think there's like maybe a meetup beforehand, and then there's a Disco is the band.
There's a night 0, and Disco is the band.
And that's the official Goose sponsored night 0. Yes. Last year, it started at a brewery as sort of the meetup, and then we went to the Poorhouse in Charleston.
Yeah,
this was all so officially sponsored by Goose or blessed by it, however you would say it. That Naveed and the merch team were at the brewery, and there was an opportunity to get the posters early
and
get a couple t-shirts early, special t-shirts.
Yep.
So if you are going to be in Providence, highly encourage you to check out the meetup, check out night 0, because you never know what Goose might drop there.
You never know.
Might get a shot at the poster, might get a shot at some merch. Disco's also awesome. We were there for them.
So much fun.
A lot of fun.
And they have great merch.
Oh, yeah. We talked to their merch guy last year. They do have great merch, and it was a real blast to get to know him. And I think I picked up a pin and a couple other things. Friend of ours got like a sweatshirt or windbreaker or something.
Stacey got a sweatshirt, and she's like, it's my favorite sweatshirt of the band. I didn't know I loved. Now I love it.
And now you love them, right? And so it's an opportunity to see other bands as well, which is unique. I think Dave has openers at the Gorge. It's kind of reminiscent of that, but a little smaller, a little tighter knit, right? And so that's night 0. And then Friday, kind of like show. Free time during the day, explore Providence, maybe get in that sort of old-timey 1800 vibe, start, reminiscing about, I don't know, Puritan culture. I'm not really sure why this is what comes to mind, but that's what it does. And it's, it's not really going to be super on the nose, but I think they're going to try to set that period. I've heard there's good pizza in Providence. I'm excited to check some slices out and just see friends and catch up, because really that's what it's all about at Goosemas. It's like getting together for like the best holiday party you could with the best people.
Over multiple days. And
so
different events to go to.
Friday will lead us into Friday night 1 of Goosemas.
Yeah.
Eric and I are fortunate again for the second year in a row to be part of their Super TED program, which is the VIP of the VIP levels. And so with that, we get early entrance into the venue. We get a special collectible poster, collectible ticket, a merch item. We don't know what that is yet. Access to the Shenanigans nightclub lounge, where they had free food and private cash bar. They had private restrooms last year, which was nice. They had carnival games like skee ball.
Merch booth.
We had our own merch booth, access to buy merch before everybody else is in the building. So really a fantastic experience. And then we have number drawn for lottery of lineup to get general admission to see who gets down close and whatnot. And if you do get close, great, or stand where you want to in general admission, great. But also if you're Super TED, you get access to a special Super TED viewing area, which we were in last year. And quite honestly, I think it's hard to say I preferred it. It's the same thing as like, what will they do to top this year? There's not a bad seat in the house for a Goose show.
Right.
There's only different seats, different experiences, in my humble opinion. If you're a rail rider and you want to be on the rail, do it. It's fun. We've been there.
Awesome.
If you want to stand back 5-10 rows, do it. You're going to get a great light show from Getty. You want to sit up in the grandstands and just experience all the lights.
Whole thing.
You want to be back in the viewing area. Just really not a bad experience to be had. Just different experiences, different angles to view it from.
Yeah, and you might have heard us talk about Getty as Andrew Getty is the artistic light director of Goose, and you might have heard him as referred to as the 5th band member, because there is another element to Goose, the experience, the immersive experience that is the lights. And every tour, they got a different kit. They got a different setup. And so this is another layer of like, what's the setup for Goosemas going to look like? Last year, there was a point in time of the show, second night, DJ Marb Menthols is playing, and like Getty had these like lasers that were just, I've never seen anything like that in my entire life.
And
like,
for our fans that are listening who are like, what are you talking about? DJ Marb Menthols is an alter ego of the bassist for Goose, Trevor Weeks, who he plays bass for the band, but then he has this whole nightclub sort of
persona,
emo
DJ
club
persona.
DJ persona.
It's so
like
fun.
Again, like that.
In like, you never know what's going to happen. I would have never had that on my like proverbial bingo card.
Right.
It was literally on your bingo card of DJ Marb Menthols or DJ set or something like that. And so
it happened.
And it was
amazing.
Which is incredible. But that being said, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what to expect.
That's right.
And I think, there's going to be a lot of fun things that happen night 1. We don't know what's going to happen. This is the first year, though, that we have now gotten access and or awareness to the after party. Yes. And Shout out to my girlfriend Debbie.
And clearly we are after party level people.
We are absolutely after party level people, not at all.
I used to be when I was a younger person.
So my girlfriend Debbie posted the other day, and it was like, you know, shout out to my former self who used to be a pre-party and an after-party person. And she commented something to the extent of like, I'm going to have to find that girl in about 5 days. And I literally was like, oh yeah, we are, because I'm very excited, not just for the events of Goosemas and the shows, but the after parties are going to be lit, as the kids say. Night one I'm like really excited. It's DJ Ruthie Bandit. And if you don't know DJ Ruthie Bandit, excited. I'm so stoked. DJ Ruthie Bandit, aka Becky, is an incredible one. First of all, she's an incredible DJ.
Yep.
But she is the partner and fiance of Peter, one of the front men of Goose.
That's right.
And so she is going to be the event for night one's after party, and I am
the headliner, if you will.
Stoked to go see.
They only had a few tickets left. I think they're getting close to selling out.
Yeah, if you haven't gotten your tickets by now, you might be too late. You might be looking on Cash or Trade or trying to like scalp them outside the building.
So Thursday there's a night zero. Friday there's a whole Goose concert, and then we're going to an after party with an incredible DJ.
Yes, and then Saturday we're going to be doing the Flowdown.
After we've slept in.
Yes, we're definitely going to sleep in and hopefully have a nice little brunch and extensive amounts of coffee.
Coffee will be required.
And then we'll have night two.
Espresso shots.
Which will feel a little like, you know, you never want it to end.
It's bittersweet.
It's bittersweet, right? Yeah. But wait, there's more.
Right. Yeah, night two, same drill. We show up early, shenanigans nightclub, early access merch if you need it.
Yeah.
Viewing area or close to the rail, depending on where we can get. Full Goose show. And then after the Goose show,
another after party. This is another official one.
Saturday night in Providence.
Doors open at 11 p.m. Show goes on at midnight. Come on, guys. Come on, baby. We can do this. It's pigeons playing ping pong.
Well, I will take advice from anybody out there of like how to do this, like how to humanly, where do I get, what are the cans of energy that I need?
Massive shots of espresso. And just pure adrenaline from the night. But there is another Saturday night. And these are just pigeons playing ping pong, which I'm really excited about. We've never seen them before. They're another band that like has hella awesome posters. Like just really great posters from some of our favorite poster artists I've seen out there.
And where will they be?
They're going to be at another, I don't know if they're back at the Fete Music Hall or not. No, they're at a different location.
I think it's a different short location. Like Uber ride away.
It's a quick, it is. It's something really like not too far.
But it's included with the Super Ted.
It is, but you can also still purchase those tickets a la carte, which is pretty exciting. And you know what? Like the more the merrier, the more fun the merrier. This one actually, the after party for the pigeons is at the Strand Ballroom.
Okay.
Which again, I'm gonna have to dig real deep in my well of energy.
Especially, I mean, this is the end of the weekend.
It is, I know.
But we're gonna do it. We've committed. We're ready to go. Shots of espresso. We're gonna make it happen.
We are,
and it'll be an
Will
experience.
There be extra merch? I don't know.
I hope so.
I
mean, I'd like to get.
Do we need to bring an extra bag just to bring home our merch?
I have an expandable backpack to cover this exact occasion. It's the reason I bought the expandable backpack.
Okay, good.
Was specifically for tour merch. Like when you go, you don't know if you're getting a hoodie or 2 hoodies plus t-shirts plus a hat. Like you just don't know.
That's true.
Expandable backpack.
Also, the Flowdown.
Up to 40 liters. It'll solve the problem.
The Flowdown is going to have incredible merch.
Our friends from Permanent Marker Dyes always does some incredible stuff.
Yep.
I already pre-bought one of his t-shirts.
Yes.
I think there might be another one.
Poolside Dyes and Permanent Marker Dyes. I always love grabbing stuff from Margot and the Fox and the Cobra. And
there's always somebody new to meet and something totally unexpected at the Flowdown. I think the thing I want to underscore here is whether it's, the Flowdown or another kind of parking lot thing that's set up like at the Billy String Show or, all kind of modeled off of Grateful Dead shakedowns.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really awesome to have the opportunity to give back to these fans that are out there creating, and it's part of their livelihood. It's part of how they fund going to shows, and they're creating really interesting works of art. And so if you find something that speaks to you,
Yep.
or a gift for a loved one during the holiday season,
it's the perfect time.
You know, you can pick something up, and it's a great kind of unique present.
And I want to shout out a couple. Well, I'm gonna run through the list of the vendors and the partners that are going to be at this Flowdown, because I think it's really important. Posters in Every Direction is not just about the posters on our walls, right? We have our poster adjacent items.
That's right.
And the makers and the artisans in the community that's created. So as I had mentioned
many
earlier,
many
different directions. As I mentioned earlier, the event is hosted and presented by Rising Tide Art and the Fox and the Cobra. Again, two of our favorite artisans in the community.
And let me touch on both of them really quick. Rising Tide Art Studio, Caroline, she is a live draw artist.
Yes.
And I might have butchered how you say that, but what Caroline does is she goes to the show experience. She's a participant. She's in the audience, a fan like we are. Mm-hmm. She's experiencing the music, and the artwork that she's creating is sort of this translation of her body, you know, taking in the music and then creating art. So when you buy one of her pieces, and you can find her on
Her and Chase
episode number 55 of Posters in Every Direction podcast. We talked to them, but you can check out her website. It's
Rising Tide Art Studio on Instagram. Yeah, and we'll tag everybody in the post for the new episode. So
yeah, if you're not going to be at Flowdown, you can check her out there 100%. And pick something up. When you're acquiring one of her pieces, it's this unique opportunity of art that was created in the space of live music, and I just think that is so cool. And she's always so kind, and it's wonderful to see her, and she's always at these Flowdowns, and it's great. So check out her stuff. She'll be there. And then yes, Margot from the Fox and the Cobra, I want to also plug, because I love her stuff so much as well. She creates these incredible patches, like iron on or stitch on for your favorite sweatshirt, jacket, hat. Maybe like me, I took one of my favorite hats and I put one of her patches on there, and I have my own custom Goose hat now.
Yeah.
And it's just a really cool way to see somebody interpret the music, create a totally original patch, and then make something cool and wearable.
And totally fun on it.
Yeah.
And so those are just the presenters, guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the other cool thing is you may have seen Goose have these amazing cacao ceremonies prior to their shows. And they do a program with a couple of incredible women, Hannah and Kait.
Yep.
It's called The Conscious Pregame. I believe there was tickets that have completely sold out, so you may not be able to experience it then. But Hannah and Kait are doing a beautiful cacao ceremony at the Flowdown. I believe that's from 1 to 2 p.m. You had to have a ticket for that. Western Sun Foundation is a nonprofit that Goose has partnered with as a nonprofit that then supports other nonprofits in the area. And it's really incredible. They will also be there as well. But let me go through the vendors, because some of our favorites and yet to become favorites will be there. Abigail's Tie Dye, Cats Under the Stitch, Cayley Plutnick Fine Arts, Conceptual Groove, Dogwood Darlin Co, Fox and the Cobra, Flowerday Creations, my favorite hairdresser extraordinaire, Golden Goddess Expressions, Heady Stickers and Apparel Co, Hellosunset, Ithaca Tie Dyes, Jungle Room, Ithaca Tie Dyes, Katalpa, Kellen Rattigan Art, who did an incredible fan art last year at the Flowdown we met.
I got one, I believe.
Our buddy Tyler at Love You Buy, Permanent Marker Dyes.
Love Derek.
Love Derek. Everything he does. Frames Etc, Poolside Tie Dyes, who Derek does a lot of collabs with. Incredible. Rising Tide. Trail Snail Threads. Don't know them. Super stoked to get to meet them. Turn Clouds Watercolor. Love our girlfriend over there. And then Worldwide Mycelium Network. Nora, very excited to see them. And then our community partners. These are going to be your nonprofits, your podcasts, El Goose Times. Love them. Love the publication that they put out. Goose Band Memes. Cannot wait to see our buddy. That is just a fun Instagram if you are just enjoy Goose and you want to laugh and have a good chuckle here and there. Groove Safe, an incredible nonprofit keeping people safe and being aware at shows.
So important.
So important. Hippies for Jesus. Park, PARC. I believe it's actually the brand, a clothing brand that Becky and Peter are part ownership with, which is super cool. Fans for Racial Equity, Posters in Every Direction, the Slow Ready podcast, our buddies over at Slow Ready. Super stoked to see them. Femme Flock, love our girls over there
as well.
And then WTED Goose Radio, which I listen to nonstop during the day. It is one of my favorite fan-led radio stations. So, whew, okay.
That was very well done. You ran through all of those like Peter thanking the whole
thanking everyone at the end of the tour.
Goosemas.
I know. I'm trying really hard, and I apologize if I butchered anyone or forgot anyone. But love a Flowdown. One of my favorite things. We will tag everybody. So if you're listening to this episode and you're trying to like scribble down the names, do not worry. I will tag everyone.
That's right.
In the post, and be prepared to go follow some of these incredible artisans. And I'm sorry also, because your wallet will be exploding with your money.
But you're
going
supporting
out the door.
great people.
You are supporting small businesses, great causes. Love it.
Fantastic stuff.
Yes. We're going to be really tired after Goosemas.
But we will have to do a report
But we are going to have to do a report back. It'll probably be our final episode of the calendar year.
Yep.
It's just some housekeeping items. You might have noticed that Mike and I are very busy as the hosts of another podcast called Best of the Tour.
Best of the Tour, yeah.
And we're really excited to renew another year of hosting over on that podcast. We're going to be doing some unique different things in different spaces with different bands and different brands that we don't spend a lot of time with over here on posters. And I'm really excited to get to know those bands, to get to dive into those artists and just share those stories with y'all.
More good stuff in 26.
More good stuff in 26.
And more good stuff from Posters in Every Direction as well.
Yes.
Again, we teased a little bit about our first merch item, a collab item that we're working
excited.
towards.
We
don't want to spoil it because it's going to be revealed at Goosemas. So it's a special sort of reveal.
On Saturday, December 13th.
That's right. And then we'll post it to socials.
And you will see it socials.
Some photographs.
Coming soon.
And then there will be a pre-order period. So don't worry. It's not going to be a sellout. You missed it. You didn't show up at Flowdown. You missed. We don't actually have them in hand for sale yet. It's going to be a pre-order window. We'll get details up. But this is the beginning of something we've been kind of noodling on for a while. Yeah. And we're really excited to bring that to y'all as an opportunity to just share some posters in every direction love.
It's really hard to keep this quiet.
Yeah, but we have, and we will continue to do so. So tune in. If you're going to be in Providence, come say hello, grab a sticker. If you're not in Providence, still say hi on the socials.
Absolutely.
If you like what you're hearing here on the Posters in Every Direction podcast, please give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe, share with your friends. Watch us on YouTube, like and share and subscribe there as well. If you like Erica and I's conversational style, want to hear more with other artists as well, check us out on Best of the Tour podcast. Also, same spaces where you can find Posters in Every Direction.
Yes.
Come find us in person at Flowdown this Saturday at Goosemas up in Providence, Rhode Island. Yeah. And then maybe some future dates next year.
We already got a couple for 2026 on the books.
That's right. So good things coming. Thank you all for listening to us. For the folks who've been here since the beginning, can't thank you enough for your support. 100%. We truly are grateful for you, and look forward to bringing you more content in the new year.
That's right. Merry Goosemas.
Merry Goosemas.